Hello YouTube and welcome back to my channel. We're back with another land destruction deck. We've played the green-red Oath Ponza in a league recently, and so now we're going to try the green-white version of Oath Ponza in a league as well. And mostly the only real differences between this deck and the other deck, besides sideboard stuff, is we're kind of trading in the Pyroclasms and Earthquake, maybe another card or two for the Swords to Plowshares mostly, and like I said, the sideboard stuff. So that's really the main change. The rest of the list is pretty much the same. You got your 28 lands, your 4 Mox Diamonds for the early acceleration. You got your 8 man lands, your 8 mana denial lands, and Richardson Port and Wasteland. We have Windswept Heath instead of Wooded Foothills to fetch up 3 forests and a plains versus 3 forests and a swamp. In the other deck, we have 4 brushlands. So very similar build. We have our 2 drops of Sphere of Resistance, the full 4 copies of Sylvan Library. We've got the Oath of Druids, our Terravores, and then for the land destruction side, we have the full complement of 4 Thermite Karst and 4 Winter's Grasp. And so anyway, all it really is swapping out the swords for mostly the red sweeper removal. That's mostly what's different. And like I said, the red for like a couple stone rains, what have you. And then the sideboard being a little bit different. In this case, we do have a 1 of Circle of Protection red. We have a 1 of Ray of Revelation that can destroy an enchantment and then flash it back to destroy another enchantment. 1 copy of Aura of Silence, also an enchantment hate card. It's a 3 mana enchantment that says artifact and enchantment spells your opponent's cast cost 2 more to cast. You can sack this enchantment to destroy an artifact or enchantment. And then there's 1 copy of Gaia's Blessing. We have 2 Naturalize in the sideboard. I think those 2 Naturalize were in the main and the other in the green-red version. There's 1 Tranquil Domain, running 3 Call of the Herds as a little more beef if we need to bring in, if the Terravore plan isn't quite getting it done. This could be an alternative win con, if you will. 2 copies of Hailstorm that can be pretty good against the weenie decks. Hold this up when they attack, and then it does 2 damage to each attacking creature, and then 1 damage to you and each creature you control, but that shouldn't be that big of a deal on our side. 2 copies of Curse Totem to shut down activated abilities of creatures. We don't have any, so that breaks the symmetry on that. So if we can bring these in for any matchups where that's an important piece. And then there's a copy of Zern Orb. So that's this list that I found out there, and I don't remember exactly where, but I wanted to copy a deck that was exactly green and white. So this is not the same version as the one that finished at the top 4 at LobsterCon, but you know, it's fairly similar. That deck was a little bit different than this one, but anyway, so that's what we're running today, and I'm excited to jump in and see how well this deck can do. All right, we're going to join our first match here. We'll play first. And we don't have a keepable hand here, so we'll mulligan. I think we got an early land destruction spell here, so we can dump, I think, the plains and then pitch the factory to the Mox Diamond. No, we'll have to pitch the Treetop Village and keep the Mishra's Factory. So, okay. So we'll put that back. We'll play our Mox Diamond out. Pitching the Treetop Village. And no two-turn play, but, or not, no turn 1 play, I should say. But on turn 2, we can blow up their first land if it's not a fetch land. Get 2 encampment, okay. There's a forest. Windswept Heath, good to see. This might get lightning bolted, but sure. All right. Since we don't have the Sylvan Library yet, we are going to fetch to thin just a little bit here. Opponent's got a powder keg that can destroy our Mox Diamond. Another Windswept Heath. All right. Pass. They could blow up our Mox Diamond. Doesn't hurt us that much because still got plenty of land. Thawing Glaciers, okay. He's probably deciding whether he should, nope, okay. Well, that's not the worst thing to see. 4/4 Terravore. We'll put out this land so we can pump it up if we need to, but let's go ahead and play that out. Should get in a couple of good hits before the powder keg's able to get up to 3, so I think it's worth playing. It must be a red control deck of some kind, seeing the Thawing Glaciers. Definitely not Burn or Goblins. Okay, let's see what they're going to do here. Ooh, another Terravore. All right. Let's go to combat. Just do things the fair way here, I guess. And then we'll just chill on the other one with that powder keg. So opponent's going to Thawing Glaciers. Go grab a tapped mountain. Powder keg up to 2. I mean, if this Terravore puts in 10 points of damage, that's worth it. And then we got another one. Opponent's got a Nevinyrral's Disc. Okay. Port's not super helpful here, but we'll play it anyway. So we'll have to fight through 2 pieces of destroying here, so just have to see what we get. Treetop Village is pretty good to see. It's an alternate beatdown plan, so let's go ahead and go to combat and let them blow up that powder keg. Yep. And we'll pass. We're going to force them to use this disc on the Treetop Village, and then we can play this Terravore to hopefully close the game out. We'll see. Probably just use this land for his... There we go. Okay. I've not seen a deck like this before, so I'm not sure what their payoff is. Might be something like Form of the Dragon, but... Oh, there's a Mishra's Factory. Okay. Phyrexian Furnace, not the best thing to see. Chewing up our graveyard, so Oath of Druids. I wonder if that will get the Nevinyrral's Disc to go. If we... I mean, they don't have any creatures, so this would be a game where we'd want to bring in the elephants. So I guess we'll fire up the treetop village and see if we can get in. If they're not interested in the disc, then we'll just get in for 3. Or they'll incinerate it. That's fine too. All right. I mean, we can play the oath. It doesn't really do anything though, so I think we're just gonna pass here. And Rashad importing at this point, not really very effective. This might be kind of a difficult matchup, actually. Kind of an off-meta deck here. Okay. Yep. Sylvan Library. Okay. Let's see if that'll get the disc to do something here. It's got a Shard Phoenix, okay. Another Terravor and some lands. Well, doesn't look too good. I wonder. Yeah, we're kind of just at a disadvantage here. We're just going to pass. Yeah, this is going to be difficult to deal with. Yuck. Okay. Sure. Not sure why you wouldn't blow up a basic land, but, you know, hey. I think our chances of winning this game are not too good. But we'll see if we can find some type of an angle. I don't really know. Let's see what the Sylvan finds us, but yeah, it's not looking too good. Oh my god, there's all the Terravors in the world. Well, I guess we'll have to play this Terravor out. We just don't have a choice. Just see where we go from there. That dust pool there. Yeah, we got to get that disc off the battlefield. I was hoping the Sylvan Library would do it, but it doesn't look like it's going to. So. And now that they got the Shard Phoenix, we play the Oath of Druids, but the strange thing about this particular spot is that our 2 Terravors are right on the top, so they're not going to get that big we kind of do need a fetch land to shuffle it away. The Phyrexian Furnace is a problem. We just got problems everywhere here. I mean, they don't even have to use the disc. They just use the Phyrexian Furnace to keep burning down the Terravor. It's kind of a bad situation. Yeah, I don't know. So if the Dust Bowl, let's see here. I guess not. That doesn't. Yeah, this is a very ineffective card right now. All right. All trash. Okay. Man. Well, let's see if he'll use the disc yet. I mean, it seems like a pretty good hit. It's 4 permanents at this point. If he's not going to do it now, like when? Maybe he didn't have to. He's got something else going on. Starstorm. Oh. Wow. Okay. That's a spicy one, I guess. Wow. Alright, we will pass the turn then. Wow. Well, we're going to have to think about game 2 here. What we can do differently. I mean, obviously the Call the Herds are going to be brought in. The land destruction is going to be it's going to be difficult because I mean, it can be effective in the early game just like any game, but again, in a matchup like this where they're doing nothing but getting lands, it's a little more difficult to play against. But okay, the Phoenix is back. We got a whole lot of nothing, but at least we can. I wonder if he's got 3 cards in hand. We're kind of getting desperate a little bit. I can wait for a man land, or I can play out another Terravor to see if they will use the disc. I don't think I need to pay 4 life for that though, so we can wait till next turn if we still want to do that. So, and I mean, I can play the Oath of Druids, but he can just sack that every turn. It gives him another target with the Nevinyrral's disc. Maybe he'll react to it. It's not clear, but at this point in the game, we kind of need to do it because we just don't have anything else going on. I mean, yeah, I'm just going to try it, and if he wants to use the disc, that's fine, but we'll just have to see what happens. If he allows it to trigger, we get 1 Terravor, which we were going to play anyway, and then maybe he'll blow it, and we've got 1 left that's right behind the other one. That's all 4 of them. I mean, if that plan doesn't work out, we're sunk anyway. So, let's see what happens here. My guess is that he's going to probably deny us the trigger by sacking the Phoenix, but maybe he'll let it happen and use the disc then. I don't know. I mean, it feels like it's pretty good, like it cleans up everything. And then if we can play a Terravor post-disc with our last one, we'll just have to see if that does us any good or not. It's just unclear. But it looks like he's going to let it go. Nope, he's not. Okay. Makes sense. All right. Okay, So I guess maybe we'll go ahead and play the Terravore out. Land destruction does nothing. We've got to get him to use that disc, so. And he doesn't know we have one more, so. And if we play the Terravore, what creature is he going to get? I mean, there might be another one of these. I'm not really sure, but I'm willing to play it out anyway, just because he denied us the trigger, so he must not want the Terravore there. But he's just going to have to use this disc. He's just going to have to. And our next play is Terravore, so that's what we're going to do. Let's see what happens. I mean, the Phyrexian Furnace I don't think is going to be fast enough, so. But we'll just have to see. Oh, he's going to use it now. Okay. Yeah. That's fine. We've been expecting this day for a long time. Oh, he's going to use that instead. Okay. Oh, gotcha. Yep. All right. Now, maybe this last Terravore can go the distance. Maybe. He's got 6 cards in hand, though. I'd say it's probably unlikely, but I mean, we only have so many win cons. We can't just like go the whole game and not ever. We'll just have to see. Oh well, never mind. I guess we just scoop. I don't. Yeah, I think that's it. Don't think we can win. Yeah, it's not. All right. Well, that sucked. Let's bring in all these cards. We could bring in one of these. These Call the Herds. Naturalizes. Maybe even the one of Gaia's Blessing. It's risky because it can kill us, but okay. That's 9 cards. We could just take out all the land destruction. I mean, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Just based on the weirdness of the matchup. And then maybe one of these Oath of Druids that aren't really doing much either. The Swords to Plowshares also are not very effective, though. We'll take out 2 of these and bring in just a couple land destruction spells. We'll just try that. I don't know. Having to completely alter the deck just to try to get a win here. Yeah, we can keep that, I guess. So do we start on Sphere of Resistance or Sylvan Library? Probably Sphere of Resistance. So let's play this. Dump a Wasteland. Play the Sphere, and then next turn we can play the Sylvan Library. I think that's what we're going to do here. Maybe that'll put a crimp in their style, hopefully. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. That's too bad. I mean, that's the danger of playing, you know, a non-basic land on turn 1, but that's all we had, so. It's got the encampment, okay. Alright, well, let's play this Sylvan Library. Hopefully that'll help us dig for some stuff. We got a 3/3 Terravore already, so I'd like to see it get a lot bigger, though. Okay. Might just use this Windswept Heath. Play the Terravore out. I think that's what I'm going to do. I kind of want to keep the naturalize also. And I kind of like all the cards, really. I don't really want to pay 8 life, though, even though in this game the life total's not that important. Shuffling away the land's not that big of a deal. We have so many lands. I think I can keep the naturalize and the windswept heath and just play this Terravor out as a 4/4. Might have to wait a turn. Well, yeah, because Incinerate doesn't do it. That star card costs a lot more. Discs cost a lot. Alright, so that's what we're going to do. So we're going to put these back. Actually, I'm going to keep that card. Put that back and keep the Windswept Heath. Shuffle up the library. Grab a forest. Play our 4/4 and hope that it can be something that's going to be hard for them to deal with. Okay, we have an answer for that. That's why I wanted to keep the naturalized, just in case there was some funny business going on. Powder keg is funny business. I could wait a turn or two before I naturalize it to kind of really set them back. That might be worthwhile. Okay, so we'll keep the land. Get another Terravor. Wow. We want to make the land drops, so we'll put these back. Keep the factory. And I think I am going to wait on this naturalize, so let's go to combat. Opponent floats a red. They lightning bolt the Terravor. Okay. Guess maybe they must have another lightning bolt with a land drop. Alright, that's unfortunate, but okay. Well, we do have another one, so there's that. Rashad and Port. Call the herd. I'm going to go the call the herd line just because that blanks their powder keg. I mean, they can put it on 2, I guess. I'll probably have to disenchant it this turn. So that means we're not going to be able to do a whole lot, which means we'll just put these 2 things back and just activate this, get in for some damage, and then blow up their powder keg just so they can't blow up our sphere and Sylvan Library. We don't really want that to happen, so. All right. Wasteland, okay. It's fine. All right. Well, the Terravore will be bigger, so we're probably going to play that out this turn, I would imagine. They're going to get in there with the Mishra's Factory, sure. Okay. Probably going to play this 6/6 out. Hope they can't deal with that with only 4 mana. Five mana. Okay, it's a disc. Alright. Okay, Call the Herd will be a good follow-up. Let's put this in the library. We could get cheeky with the Mox Diamond, but I don't think we're going to do that. So, top, since we're going to play this next turn anyway, just because of the disc. So, okay, so let's get in there for 6. Takes them down to 8. Go ahead and tap down their stuff. Whoops. Sure. Okay, well, our Swords of Plowshares will only cost 1. Alright. Does give them a little bit of life gain, but we got to use this card while we have it. Put it in the tank. It's a wasteland. Okay. Sure. Doesn't like those ports. Get busy with the Mishra's Factory. There's the thawing glaciers. Pillages the port. Okay. Alright, well, I guess it's kind of a race now because both their creatures are now live to attack us and we have no defense at all, so they can do for 4, puts us at 8, then they go to 4, so I think we're slightly ahead. They got another encampment though, it's annoying. I guess they can only fire up one of their creatures. Okay, so they're going to block, okay. See if we can draw something that helps. Yeah, that does help. Let's see if we can see if we get them to double block, I guess. Or I guess they can only, yeah, they can only do one of them. They can fire up the factory and, oh, well, never mind. None of that matters. Thought maybe they might block with the factory and pump it up or something for trade. Well, with the opponent only having 2 cards in hand, I think the best draw we have is a Terravore right now, actually. Yeah. Okay. That's probably better as a shuffler right now than... I can't really attack into that, so... Man, what a bummer. Yeah, I just can't attack with either of my things. Yeah, it's too bad. Well, unfortunately for us, the longer this game goes on, the more it's going to advantage their deck, because their deck's built for the super long haul. Okay, let's find something worthwhile. Man, we just don't have a lot of... We need to get the green mana, but I'm worried about those brush lands not getting killed by a... Yeah, okay, never mind. Yeah, I mean, we just got nothing. I have a feeling my Mishra's Factory is probably going to get lightning bolted here. Yep. Okay. That's pretty good. Man, what a scrappy game. Good lord. If they kill the elephant, that's basically a game over. Okay. Alright. That'll probably put us away too. It kind of does nothing. I guess it does kill a land though, which is worthwhile in this particular case, so yeah. So we are going to be able to sneak 3 points of damage in, it looks like. Well, maybe not. I don't know what he's doing, but... Oh, sure. I don't care about that. Okay. I guess he can block the damage. That seems to make sense. Sure. Alright. Yeah, get more land, so... Yeah, advantage heavily in the opponent's favor here. Even flashing back Call of the Herd doesn't really do anything in time to break the symmetry of what's going on here. I guess he could just attack for 4, and then we're dead on upkeep. That's probably what he should do, right? Yep. Gotta fire up the other land, though. It's not going to do that for some reason. Okay. Alright. Well, if we don't win on this turn, or at least do some damage to him, we're probably done for no matter what, I think. Swords to Plowshare would be a good draw, I guess. But I think even that doesn't do it because we have to pay a life to... I don't know. Oh, Fireball. Okay. Alright. Man, what a terrible first matchup. That was a horrible matchup. Alright, well, after a miserable match 1, we'll get into match 2. Nothing there. Mulligan. Alright, this is definitely a keep. Putting back one of those. That probably gets countered, but that's fine. One less counterspell for the land destruction. Alright. We're going to point it at the blue. Actually, I think we will try the Spear of Resistance again here. Oh, wow, that resolved. Okay, cool. Oh, boy. Wonder if they're using Tithe. Tithe is the card, right? Okay. Free cards. Shuffle away the trash. Pay one from Mox Diamond. Okay. Wasteland not doing a whole lot here. Well. Interesting. Sylvan Library, okay. See if they can find a Swords to Plowshares. Wow, did they pay 4 life? Or 8? Let's see here. Looks like they paid 4 life. Okay. Another spear of resistance. Wow. Okay. Wasting our own lands. Wasting our own land puts them down to 2. Unless they have swords. I'm going to make it cost even more. Actually, let's go ahead and attack because I'm not sure if they... I would imagine they're going to plowshare anyway. It's just that... Well, it's really tempting, but I'm not going to do it. Oh, they have it anyway. Okay. All right. They could have paid for it either way, so... Hoping to make it as tough on them as possible. Well, all of a sudden they just have plenty of mana now, so there's that. So this probably gets killed too. Yep. Okay. It's a perfect draw. I mean, yeah, we're going to play it because we got nothing else that we can do. Okay. Well, let's see if they got another Swords to Plowshares. They chose not to shuffle. Interesting. Okay, well, it's a lethal attack, but I'm just pretty sure they probably have Swords to Plowshares, I would imagine. Okay, so that's the third one. Sure. Let's see here. He's going to use that anyway, so... Alright, let me see if I understand how this works. So, they just put all the Swords to Plowshares on top of their deck. Is that what they did? Or 2 of them? Then they can just draw it with this. Okay. So I'm pretty sure we can't win because of that. Yeah, I just don't, yeah. We cannot win that game, so. Well, this feels just like the last game we just played. Just trying to find the right mix here of things. It's a tough. Okay. Oh, okay, it went over here. I didn't see where it. Okay. Super annoying Sam Black deck. That's what he's playing there. Bunch of lands. Is that good enough? It's probably fine. I mean, we have 28 lands, so drawing 6 doesn't seem very appealing. He's drawing 6, so we're already ahead on cards. Probably gonna pitch the Wasteland, since that seemed very unhelpful in our last game. Yeah, that works. That works. Another Rashad Port. Okay. A baby Terravore. So we could play that and port 1 land. It might be worth it. I mean, we do need to get it going sooner rather than later. Then we could just port the hell out of them after that. Well, there's the Plowshares again. It's really annoying. Okay, well, I'm going to assume that they are going to... I mean, if I play the Sphere, they can swords on the stack, so we might be able to just get in, poke in for 3 damage before they do the swordsing. Like, they might want to take it this turn, and or maybe they'll just do it right away. Okay. Alright. Okay. Let's... Sure. Okay, that's pretty good. More accumulated knowledges? Naturalize. Okay. Man, we're just not really getting any... I mean, we're keeping them down, which is great, but not really what we want to be doing here. Oh my god, come on. Alright, pass back. Okay. Well, let's hope that that gets us there. I can't think of a spell that they would have besides foil or daze that would get around this, so let's try to play this and then pass back. Okay. Just trying to waste their mana there. That's why I put that on the draw step. I usually don't like to do that, but... Well, let's see. It can't be swords to plowshares this time, so let's... What other things they got up their sleeves here? Nothing. That's good. Okay. Okay, that's really annoying. Okay. Thermo cars to work. Okay, it's not quite lethal, but it's very close. Opponent plays it out to the bitter end, though. Gotta say that about him. Sure, you got it. They must have that Swords to Plowshare. Yep. Fine. Okay, so I think we'll keep this card. But we're not going to play it till next turn because I want to keep porting them for now, so. Okay. Well, it's too bad, but okay. Okay. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Yeah. Well, I tell you, we just are not getting anywhere, are we? Yeah, it's just too bad. All right. Well, even if we do get this win, it's going to be a tough game 3 too, because to just a difficult deck to play against. Okay, well, at least that does something. Okay, well, Unfortunately, I mean, if that's just another... Okay, they just let us tap it. Okay, interesting. Alright, well, hopefully this wins the game for us then. I don't see how it doesn't. Opponent made us earn it, though, that's for sure. Well, that was not a lot of fun, but I'm just going to keep it the same. And I mean, I don't even know if these Swords to Plowshares do anything at all. They might just be a completely creatureless deck, but I'd hate to just get caught with nothing. So I'm going to bring in one more piece of land destruction, and hopefully that if they do find a one-of creature that they might have, that we can hopefully have an answer for it. So we'll see. But 10 minutes or whatever I have left is plenty to finish the game. It's just that it's a very tedious matchup. All right. Sphere of Resistance looks good. We got a man land. I think we'll keep. Okay. Yeah, I'll play one of these last, so. No land, interesting, okay. Could also play that. So we'll play out the brushland. Sure, you got it. Now they can waste our brushland if they want and have no lands. I don't think they will, so. Okay. Alright, hopefully this Terravor is going to get us there. So, no Swords to Plowshares, it's good. No, not even a second land. So we'll bring the beats. They have a Mishra's Factory they can kill if they want. Another Sphere for good measure, and pass. I guess these Oath of Druids would probably could have just taken them completely out of the deck. Okay, so opponent can waste the Mishra's Factory, but that takes them down another land, so I think it's worth firing it up and going to combat. Plus it pumps up our Terravor, so I don't know. This is probably just going to take it. Yep. Pass. Well, they have mana now to Plowshare if that's what's coming up. It will be annoying, but they've had it every single time, so I wouldn't be surprised. Sylvan Library, that's actually really good to see. Okay. Did I not tap for a green? Oh, we have 2 spheres, that's right. Good times. Alright, pass the turn. Okay, we'll see what they got here. I mean, they need the swords to plowshares for sure. And I don't know what else they could have. They got a bunch of cards in their hand. We've blown up 2 lands. Yeah, they just didn't have any resources. Whew. Alright, man, another grueling set of games, but at least we got there. So let's get to match 3. Alright, up for match 3 here. See what we got to work with. Seems good. Okay. Some burn. That'll be fun. I'm going to try to save this Windswept Heath to shuffle a library instead of putting it out first. It risks the wasteland, but so we'll just play Port Go. Sylvan Library on 2 and hopefully get something moving quickly, because obviously we're in for some pain here with mono red. Opponent seems to be stuck. Alright, I cut out just a little bit of video. There was like 2 straight minutes of him doing nothing, so I wasn't sure. Probably going to get a drink or something. Okay, so opponent's not on straight burn. They also have a Sylvan Library. Okay. Alright, Thermokarst's looking good. We're going to have to use the Windswept Heath a little earlier than I would like to get double green for these Thermokarsts. So oh, great. Survival of the fittest. What fun. Okay, so what are we going to shuffle away? I think we probably shuffle away this card and this card. And then the green activates the survival, so I kind of feel like I should go after the forest, but the red is the unique land. Less survival activation seems better in this particular spot, so I think that's what I'm going to go for, whether it's right or wrong. I haven't played against a lot of survival decks, a few times, but not in-depth matchups. I've played this card before, but I forget what it does. At the beginning of your upkeep, this card in your graveyard, you may discard a card. Okay, so gotcha. I saw a basking root walla fly by, so they could have played that. Call the herd. All right. Okay. Well, we're gonna stay on the land destruction plan here, which means that for right now we're going to put these two cards back, and I'm going to take a little bit of damage here, but I think we'll be able to stabilize. It has no survival activations as of right now, so Terravor's up to 5/5, so we'll be putting that down here soon too. Opponent pays 4 life to put an extra card in their hand. We get it for 4. Back to the good guys. Oath of Druids looks pretty good. And hold up the swords. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do here. Gonna take a little bit of damage here, but hopefully a big Terravor will help us out. I think we do have one pretty early on, but it's still going to be like a 6/6. I don't remember if I put it next or one down, but either way, it'll still be fairly big. Got the root walla, okay. So we are going to take some damage here. Might even plowshare that instead of the elephant, I don't know. If they sink resources into it, I might consider that. Once searched up another Mog Fanatic, so they're pretty much just going for the gusto here. Gigapede costs 5, they're a long ways away from that. So we're still going to take like 4 points of damage here, which is pretty bad. But hopefully next turn we'll be able to stabilize. I don't know, it's going to be tough. Okay, so they're not going to... Okay. No pump, okay. Oh, maybe my top of my library might have been, maybe I did shuffle that away with the windswept piece. Okay, good, 16/16, that's good. Okay, so what do we need now? Probably just put back this and play a second Terravor. I think that's what we're gonna do. We can port 1 land on upkeep. It's not that special, but okay. They could Mog Fanatic us and go get a creature with the Oath trigger. But we're at 6 life, so we need to put everything out there that we can. Okay, all their stuff's got haste now with the anger in the graveyard. Okay. Grim Lavamancer. Make them either use that now or not at all. They won't be able to pay for the Arrogant Worm. Cost 3. Yeah, okay. Good deal. And hopefully our tramplers can get there next turn. If they can't deal with them, they only have 2 cards in hand. They can search up a creature, but I'm not sure what they can get that will help them get out of this, but maybe there's something. I don't know. Mog Fanatic? Alright. I mean, they're just going to try to kill us, it looks like. So it looks like I have 1 Terravore left. I don't even think I would take an Oath Trigger at this point. Don't want to mill myself out, so... let's see what they want to do. They do have 4 cards in hand now. Okay, good. Whew. Had just enough overwhelming power. That's good. Okay. We do need something to kill the survival of the fittest, so let's bring in a couple naturalize and 1 of these. Just bring those in. Taking out probably just 1 of each of these. Leave the spheres in and probably take out 1 Sylvan Library. Just try it like that. I don't usually take out the Mox Diamonds, but that's actually something I could consider as well. That's a worthwhile cut. So, but 6 LD and 4 spheres hopefully is still going to be pretty strong. Okay, this is a keeper. Sylvan Library, okay. I think we're just going to blow that up, actually. Yeah, I think that's the play here. Just deny them any type of card selection. Okay, so the Wild Mongrel, we'll go ahead and play our Oath. Yeah, and then waste the Carp Forest. Make our Terravore a little bigger. Opponent bolts us. They get a Basking Root Wallow, that's pretty good. So we're going to take 5-ish points of damage, it appears. Then we'll get an Oath Trigger, which would be nice. Opponent's got a fetch land. Gonna pitch a Madness Worm here. Yep. Arrogant Worm. Yeah. Seems good. Okay. 14 trample's not bad. We have a Sylvan Library, Thermokarst. I think we just destroy the land. Yeah, let's do that. Saving our shuffle effect. I try to be really sparing with those. I know it costs us a point of life, but I don't think they can attack through the Terravore, and they don't have, hopefully, any way to get rid of it that I can think of right now. 2 cards in hand, a couple forests in play. They got some creatures, but none of them are going to be able to tangle with the Terravore. Well, they're going to get in there anyway. Okay. Sure. 5 points damage is pretty good. Pretty good. And we'll do this again. This will be our 3rd one. Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think they're going to be able to handle another one. They're going to take a bunch of damage, plus the additional lands might... Well, yeah, they're at 18. They'll probably would have been it. All right, we'll jump into match 4. Yeah, turn 1 Sphere of Resistance. It's kind of hard to turn down. We'll have to pitch the Treetop Village. Okay, yeah. Oh, no duress. Okay, that's good. Wow, all the spheres of resistance in the world that we'll ever need. Okay, so... we'll need another land to start blowing up lands. Opponent's got a Mishra's Factory. So duress doesn't really hurt us too much here. Cabal Therapy, sure. Get the 2 spheres if they can name that. I don't think they will, but... Cataclysm, nope. Brushland, not really what we want to see. There's an argument for playing the 2nd sphere, mostly because they know we have it. So I actually think I am going to do that. I know that seems absolutely insane, but it's going to make their life very difficult. We're already ahead by 1 mana with the Mox Diamond, so... Yep. That's fine. And with 28 lands in our deck, I'm confident that we'll get the lands we need, so... But right now, they can just beat down with factories, which seems pretty good right now, so... So we are going to need a land. Okay. It's not a land, but it is going to help. So we're going to go down to 9 here, hopefully get a land, and then start killing those factories. Okay. All right, just got to trust the process. All right, so let's put this back. We're going to have to take a pointed life. That's not the best thing in the world. Okay. Okay. Go to 6, we'll kill that one, and then they're going to be very close to being locked out of the game. Alright, so we're going to put these back. And once again, we're going to have to take another point of damage here, which hopefully that'll be the last time we have to do that. But we're not going to get attacked anymore, so that's good. We are going to need a green source very quickly. Oh, that's actually pretty bad. Okay. It's not great. I think we're just going to have to just pass here and try to preserve our life total a little bit. So. Oh no, in Dark Ritual, that's an excellent draw. Duress, okay. That's unfortunate. That means we take a point on upkeep again, go down to 3, and we're going to be in kind of a bad spot, actually. Oh boy, alright. So, top. Hopefully we can fade one more turn of no hand disruption and be able to get this treetop village down. That's probably going to be the game winner, I think. So we take 3, and then that's it. We have no way to kill it. That's unfortunate. I really felt like we were going to be able to pull that out, but oh well, we didn't, so. That's tough. Well. Kind of thinking no changes. I don't know if the land destruction is the best against the low curve black deck with Dark Rituals, but I'm not seeing anything here that's just crazy to bring out. Maybe we could bring in 2 of these, maybe, and just trim, say, 1 sphere, 1 of these, and try that. Okay, so we got diamond on 1 with the factory, Sylvan Library. I think we can keep that. Probably pitch the Wasteland, I guess. Doesn't seem very good against mono black. I mean, it does kill Mishra's factories, but. Alright, let's see if the Sylvan Library can get us where we need to go. Duress, Dark Ritual, Cabal Therapy. Okay, if they have Ravenous Rats, that's going to be really good. That's a good call out. So they're going to strip our hand completely bare. That's unfortunate. Yeah, that's a very strong play. Oh, no rats, just the rack. That's not as bad. Okay. Okay, so we are going to play this Oath of Druids. Actually, we'll just play the Call of the Herd, I guess. So the Cabal Therapy, they know what we have in our hand. Let's hide the swords since they yeah, we have to just take the land here, right? Okay. Yeah, I think we're just going to play this Oath of Druids and pass. And we might even shuffle away the Call of the Herd. Okay, they got a Mishra's Factory, okay. If we play the Call of the Herd, it triggers them, so I think we're just going to shuffle that away and see if we can... I realize they're probably going to just try to live on this Mishra's factory. Now that's just kind of terrible. Top. Guess we could have thought about keeping the swords to plowshares, but alright, so let's just pass here. We're not in any real danger right now. The swords might have been good on the Mishra's factory. I agree that maybe we shouldn't have shuffled that away, but okay. Opponent's got bottomless pit. That's very good. Okay, yeah, that's kind of a problem, not gonna lie. They don't need to ever worry about playing a creature now. Okay. Top. Play this. The rack's gonna make quick work of us, so I am gonna play out this treetop village and see if we can race them. I don't really have. I mean, it's gonna get discarded anyway, so don't know if we're gonna be able to win that race. Oh, well, yeah, especially with them attacking also. Well, this is a lost game, unfortunately. That's too bad. Man, I don't know if I misplayed it by shuffling away the Call of the Herd, but it's possible that that was the wrong call. Still learning. Oh, boy. Okay. Well, there's really not much we can do. Except shuffle up our library and try to hit a Terravore and get one attack, because we're going to take 3 and 3. Let's see. We got to keep the factory back. Okay, that doesn't really do anything, but okay. Okay. Terravore maybe off the top. We're going to go to 4. We'd go to 1. Get 1 Terravore attack. I think that's our only chance. The Rogue Karst does nothing. That's game. That's just too bad. Wow. It's just unfortunate. Yeah, we're just dead. I mean, I guess he can block here. I mean, sure. Yep. So, the only other out I can think of is plowsharing our own creature. But, I don't know. I think we're just dead, so. And I gave them an oath trigger, which is doesn't really matter that much, but we've lost the game anyway. Ravenous Rats. I was going to say I didn't think that anything they had would be too scary, but if I don't play the creature, the game ends on the spot anyway. I'm just going to see if I can. I don't even know. I'll just have to see. And for some reason they do that. Cabal Therapy. I gotta play their cards anyway. Okay, so this is gonna be the end of the game here. Go to 1. And that's it. Wow, what a terrible match. Oh my god, that's bad. Well, that's pretty bad. Just gonna get hit by a goblin lackey and get run out the door by the goblins. Fun stuff. Oh God. Of course they have the best card in their deck. Yeah, seems great. So 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, potentially 8, 9. Yeah, I think we're just going to be done for here, but we're going to try to play it out anyway. Magic's a game of learning. And I'm learning that I'm just getting absolutely destroyed here. Cool. Fun stuff. Yup. Well, we won't be alive long enough to attack with that creature, but... Well, I have to say that this is one difference between this deck and the red deck. At least I could top deck a Pyroclasm here. Just going to do some math here. So I'm going to take 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, that's it. Wow. Well, I don't really know that I have a whole lot that I can do against what they're doing, but let's see. Call the Herd might be able to fight a little bit. It's 5, 6. Seven. And just gonna pitch all these and even bring in this just for the Siege Gang Commander. Or yeah, unfortunately, if you don't have a first turn Swords to Plowshare against the Goblin Lackey, you're just going to lose that game. Okay. I don't know what the best start is against them. First turn Sphere of Resistance or something? You know, like a Mox Diamond start or something? I'm not really sure. So the only thing about this position is if I play the Oath of Druids, they can ping me with the Mog Fanatic, but they're not winning the game if they're not playing creatures. So I am going to play that out and see how it goes, but if they do that, it's going to be interesting to see if they're going to play a really conservative game and not go all in on the goblin plan. I mean, maybe that's a sideboard thing that they do against this deck. I just don't know. Okay. Sure. Alright, so I can either Sphere of Resistance or blow up the Rashad Port. Sylvan Library. These Terravores are not doing very good in my hand. I kind of feel like the Sphere of Resistance is the way. I don't know, wasting that port seems pretty good too. If they're not going to play any creatures. Because if my Wasteland's tapped, it can get killed too. I think I am going to do that. Okay. I mean, do they like board out all their goblins? That just seems really strange. Okay. Well, we'll see what happens, I guess. Well, let's see if they got green mana in their deck. They do. Okay. I have to admit, I'm kind of intrigued by their sideboard plan. Like, I really want to know, like, did they board out like 15 goblins and bring in 15 cards? I'm really curious. Like, how do you win if you don't play your creatures? That's all that deck does, is play a bunch of creatures. I mean, I realize you don't want to trigger the Oath of Druids, but are they just waiting to draw Naturalize, kill the Oath, and then start playing creatures? I'm curious to know what the plan is. If you're a Goblins player, leave something in the chat. Okay, so we're gonna get a trigger here. Let's see what happens. Okay, it's a big boy. Just go top. Yeah, let's just say we're not going to cast any spells. So, all right. Well, that seemed to work pretty good. I think we'll just probably run it back. Cursed Totem wasn't doing a whole lot, but I don't know what else to bring in. And we could bring in one land destruction spell just in case maybe it's the timing is insane and like something like that, but I don't know. All right. It seems like to me, like if you're playing goblins, you got to just go all in. I mean, maybe that's not the way you're supposed to do it, but it just seems like that would be, to me, it seems like that would be the plan, but I don't know. I don't play goblins. Okay. Yeah, it's not great. Schadenport, that's pretty annoying. Okay. Okay. Pass. I think I'm gonna wait. I think I'm gonna try to play this Call the Herd out if I get a chance to. Just depends on what they do. Obviously, he's going to tap that here, so. Okay. Oath of Druids. I think we're going to wait on that. I think we're going to try the Call the Herd plan. And to try to play around a wasteland. Well, I really want to get this Call of the Herd down. But if they have the wasteland, they kill that, so I guess it doesn't matter. Alright, so we'll just pass. I don't want to play the Sphere of Resistance just yet. If we're getting 2 lands ported, then we're probably going to be in trouble. Yeah, that's too bad. Okay. Yeah, it's the way it goes. Okay. Yep. Okay. Swords to Plowshares. Yeah. Gonna take one more turn to try to get this elephant down, if at all possible. I could port their land, which doesn't really do much, but don't have any other play, so. Opponent's got plenty of lands. Stuff just got real. Oh man, they got all kinds of stuff too. Alright, well, maybe this hailstorm is what we're going to have to do here. Boy. Another goblin ringleader and a goblin war chief. So they play the war chief. Then they play the ringleader with a land drop. And they're in business. I kind of feel like holding up the hailstorm is probably the best thing to do right now. And potentially a Swords to Plowshares. If they port 2 lands, we'll still have enough for the hailstorm. I think that's the line I'm going to go for. Whether that's right or wrong, I don't know. But if they port 2 lands, they'll port the Treetop Village, obviously, so it can't block. So, Goblin War Chief. Yep. Then you play the ringleader if you have a land drop. Or the matron. Yeah, that works too. Goes get the Siege Gang Commander. Oh, it gets a lackey. Okay. Maybe they have a Siege Gang in hand. Oh, they do have a land. Okay, interesting. Oh, they're going to give the lackey haste. Wow, this hailstorm's going to be a real blowout. That's awesome. It's pretty hot. Or cold, depending on how you look at it. Oh my gosh, that was so good. All right. Let's see. Do we want to fetch up a land? Yes, we do. Okay. So now we got to figure out what we're doing here. I'm going to get this Call the Herd down. Could attack with the Treetop Village. The Sphere of Resistance is really tempting. So I think Call the Herd Sphere might be the way to go. The other line is attack with the Treetop Village and play the Call the Herd. They have 5 cards in hand though, so we need to make those difficult for them to play. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Going to play Call the Herd and then Sphere of Resistance and pass. Just makes it a little tougher on them to cast a bunch of spells. But they do have plenty of lands, that's for sure. Comes the Ringleader or Siege Gang. Okay, Ringleader +1, cool. So we got an Incinerator and a Lackey. Okay. There's the Lackey. Alright. Jim Palm Incinerator can kill something. There's a Terravore. Okay. I think we're going to swing in and kill the Lackey, I think. Yeah. All right. See if they can put anything together here with their dudes. Just he has haste, so okay. They can probably kill the elephant with the gem palm if they play some more goblins here. Watch them have the siege gang commander. That's another ringleader. Something else maybe. Yeah, it's our buddy. Okay, it's pretty good. So I think we're dead if we can't do anything about that. Man, it's terrible. The problem with sitting back and blocking is he can just pick off our dudes with the goblin tokens. Man. I guess we just got to play the Oath of Druids and then have a couple blockers back. That's the only thing I can think of from this spot. And try to get a win that way. Yeah, let's try that. We could also... No, we need the blockers. Or have him spend all his resources killing our blockers or something. I don't know. Gem Palm Incinerator. Kills the token. Tough spot. Boy. Tranquil Domain. Yeah, okay. No attacks. Interesting. Okay. All right. It's got 2 activations up of CG. He chooses to not do that. Okay. Sure. Okay, so he's just going to tap our lands down to prepare for an attack. Okay. Alright, well, I guess we got to play out this Terravore then to have a blocker. But it's only going to be a 4/4. The other line is Call of the Herd. It's not great. Not great. Might as well just play the Call of the Herd, I guess. Oof, boy. Did I not pay 5? What the heck? I said maybe I didn't. Oh, because I thought I was tapping the diamond. Well, that was kind of stupid. Okay. Alright, well. That's probably not going to do us any good. I think we're just going to be dead, but I don't know what else we could have done there. Playing the Terravore didn't feel much better. It would have just been a 4/4. Could have died to the Incinerator, the Gem Palm. So, I don't know. I think we're just going to be done for. Unless for some reason he doesn't attack, I was going to say. Okay. Of course, we have to block. Gonna go to 6, and then he can pay. It's 2, 4, 6. I think we're dead. Does he have enough? Yeah, I think so. So we're at 2. Yeah, we're dead. All right. Well, wow, that's that. Well, 2-3 leagues pretty disappointing, but I'll be continuing to play these decks more. This is one of the decks I have my eye on. It felt like the red-green version was a little better, but I don't know if I can really say that yet. I probably have a lot more leagues to play, a lot more competitive matchups to play. It's hard to master every single matchup you see and sideboarding, so it's just kind of an ongoing thing. It's just the way it is. But I still like the play style of the deck. I enjoy playing it. Trying to figure out different ways against my opponents, whatever's going on. Yeah, it's just an iterative process of getting better and playing. I'm never going to give up. I mean, Premodern is my thing. I'm disillusioned with Wizards on any other format, so this is where I'm going to hang my hat and going to just try to get better and more familiar with the deck. This deck and the red-green version and some of the other decks I got coming up to play. But yeah, it just felt like we could have done better. We were 2-1 and we lost our 2 matches. Just left a bad feeling in my mouth. But the pit rack matchup felt really bad. I'm sure there might have been some errors in there. Like I said, I'm just not a tournament grinder or a pro player, so I'm doing the best I can. I don't feel like I made any huge errors though. Sometimes it's the matchups. The Goblins one at the end, the Hailstorm, that's one of the best plays I've seen in a long time. That felt really good, but I just didn't feel like I had enough to overpower them. And I don't know. I mean, I'm sure you guys will let me know, which is fine. Like I said, it's just an iterative process. It's a growth process of familiarity, learning, playing, on and on and on. So yeah, this is just another league, and this is, there'll be many more to come. I'm just going to keep playing them. I'll keep posting them, and in some ways maybe we'll learn together as we get better players, become better players. Yeah, so that's really all I have to say on this one right now. But we'll see this deck again in the future. I have some other lists that are similar that might have a few cards change around or different things to try, so I'm looking forward to playing those out as well, and we'll see how those go too, and see how they play out. So, but that's it for today on Green White Oath Ponza. Hope you enjoyed the videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one.